Peggy 12.
So this is 2 Point County. This is the video we showed at the PC Gamer weekend. It's been put together by Gary, and we're going to talk about it. It's me and Ben here.
Hello. So this is a tiny little corner of 2 Point County. This is the very first hospital that you'll build up in your organisation. The little village of Hogsport.
So into the first level. Now we've kind of messed things up a bit here. This is one of the early levels of the game, and
But with more stuff unlocked than
Yeah.
you would usually have.
yeah, a lot of stuff you're going to need to get further into the game. You're going to need to research, and you may unlock things with
In different ways.
in different ways. Yeah.
Completing objectives and things like that.
So Gary's just putting together the very basics of a hospital, reception, and the assistant. The
Yeah,
assistants have quite a few different jobs actually, not
Yeah.
just receptionists.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. There's a few different things that they can contribute to around the hospital.
Yeah, some very, very cool things as well.
And they'll have needs like other staff as well. They'll have to go on breaks. You need to keep them happy.
Yeah. So the old game that we made many years ago, Theme Hospital, I mean, I think the receptionist was just a robot that just never had any needs and size. And we kind of worked really hard on trying to add a lot more personality into the staff. Should we talk about the room building as it's on the screen?
Yeah. You can see the room doesn't have to be rectangular. You can build it up out of individual cells and make it whatever shape you want. As long as it's all connected, it's fine. And then you can decorate it with all sorts of different items. You've got essential stuff you have to put in there, but there are a bunch of optional items you can put in there.
And as the game goes on, there'll be more of those kind of things unlocked.
Yeah, and by having a more impressive room, you'll be keeping the staff happier who are working there. See a snack machine being put down there. You've got to think about patient needs as well as staff needs. They can get hungry and thirsty.
Visualization here, you're kind of seeing where that was a kind of overlay that we've kind of the number of different overlays where if you're trying to put in a radiator down, it kind of shows you where the hot spots and the cold spots are, and things like hygiene. We've got this kind of overlay system which we
Yeah, it's quite handy
like
for
that.
just getting a sense that you can immediately spot if a character's bright red. Okay, there's a problem with that character.
trying to keep the player in the game. There's obviously a bunch of screens with stats and graphs, and for the people that want to sort of really drill down into the nitty gritty. But then there's just trying to keep the player in this game world as much as possible. Hence the I guess the blueprinting is kind of the first part of that. You're kind of building and designing in the world.
Yeah. We try to keep you in the world as much as possible.
Oh, a nice little bit of room movement there. Gary placed the room down and then shifted its position. You can rotate the rooms as well.
Yeah.
Bit of a strange...
It's a bit of an odd shape.
Yeah.
But I think people have said that about Gary a few times.
Not that he's an odd shape, but he makes odd shapes.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I
With his
meant.
hands.
Indeed.
So this is a general diagnosis room. Bunch of...
So that's going to be handy if the GP can't figure out what's wrong with the patient. They'll be able to send them there for a bit more investigation.
So the flow of the patient through the hospital is try and find out what's wrong with them, diagnose them, maybe have to research their illness, maybe research different diagnoses for them, and then hopefully, ultimately, treat them. Or if you can't do that, send them home.
You can see a few icons above people here as well, and a ghost.
Ghost. We didn't put that in.
No,
What's that?
that's emergent behaviour right there.
Someone's died and gone to Ghostland. So this is an operating theatre. A doctor getting ready.
You see a nurse is still needed there, that icon above the room just telling you that
There's the nurse getting
nurse is
ready.
needed.
It's, there's the operation.
Operation having gone pretty badly by the looks
I love
of it.
the fact that the guys, the patients always looking at the doctor.
Oh yeah.
So you see,
I think they need an anaesthetist, don't they?
well, that was something that just sort of came out, wasn't it, when Tim put in the looking at
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then you're sitting lying on the operating table. That's a nice X-ray. And this,
Cool.
you can talk about the traits actually, Ben. There's,
Yeah, well, this doctor thinks of himself as being a bit of an entertainer, so he's going to have a little celebration after another successful X-ray.
Yeah. So yeah, there's an MRI machine, and that's much later into the game. You're gonna need to unlock a few things, research a few things before you got those kind of diagnosis.
Quite a powerful machine, but
Yeah. Here's the diagnosis machine here. The
fluid analysis.
fluid analysis. So we missed him.
Just spat into
He
the
just spat
spittoon.
into the spittoon.
And now they're going to take a small blood sample.
The sounds
by the
on
looks
this
of
are
it.
actually very good.
Yeah. You see the symbol on the door indicating all of the different fluids that they might examine.
I haven't noticed that last one.
It's nice.
The little numbers above their heads there, in fact, a lot of this stuff is still placeholder. We're still going through with the UI and stuff, and they've got a little number ticking down, but it's not going to be as crass as that, although I quite like it like that. But,
Just giving you a sense of new rooms you might need to build.
and how long these guys are going to hang around until they
Yeah.
go, sort this.
So, the more of that you anticipate, the less of those icons you'd see in the world. They're just there to kind of prompt you to do things that you haven't already done.
So this is The Curse of the Mummy, or what was your new one you said to us?
Possibly premature mummification.
Could be.
Could be,
Yeah.
if you think one of your relatives has died and you go through the complex mummification process only to realise that they're
Actually,
just having
they're
a nap.
all right,
Yeah.
So been unwrapped there. Oh, she hasn't been cured though. Now, this is a person with grey anatomy there, just going through the process of colourification.
Yes, I guess you could call it that.
Chromatography.
Chromotherapy.
Chromotherapy. So red, green and blue dyes applied to them. And their clothes, of course. Somehow their clothes had grey anatomy as well, which
It
is
just,
bizarre.
it's all,
That's a cure.
But she's still got grey hair though. But you just
She's
sometimes,
just old,
Sometimes
man.
you just can't get rid of that. I like that nurse with the cool beard. Yeah, pretty cool.
So that's. I
lots
think
of-
that's it. As we're zooming out,
Nice little reception area.
beautiful.
So that's just an example of a small hospital you can build in the game.
And that's it from us. Thanks very much for listening.